My name is Alan Mugweru. I was born in Nairobi. I grew up in church, on one of the local churches in Nairobi. Life happened to throw everything my way, and I kind of lost it. I was just scrolling down through the social media, and I happened to come across some of my old photos, maybe when I was a little bit younger, when I was in my early years of college, and somehow I saw a perfect me. I want you to imagine me now looking miserable, and even in my misery, I cannot really tell that I'm not okay. So it is when I look at these photos that I sense something, and I realize I am not doing okay. I yearned at that particular moment to come back to this version of myself, and I would do everything to try and find myself. I looked for answers on my own concerning my life, and I remember I pursued everything. I read articles, I read philosophy, and I read poetry books. I encountered one of the best books, my old, at that time it was so new book, a new Bible, and I think I read a chapter or two. You can imagine. it is like a collision of wisdom from different sources, all of them coming to collide in this one person. When I read the book of Job and the book of Ecclesiastes during those days, I remember the word of God coming heavily in me and telling me that the reason why I was going through all that is because of my iniquity. In other words, because of my sins. I came up with a conclusion that I was perfect by being imperfect. Come to think of it, with this lens, I viewed everything like that. So one day, my friend was getting married in the church, and that is how I found my way back in church. And I get into the church, and I meet these people who think they are perfect. But when I look at them deeply, I saw these people, they are full of flaws, they are full of errors, they are full of mistakes, they are full of evil. How could they believe they are perfect? So I just came for this wedding, but I wanted to stay and study them some more. And I learned about Jesus. And I learned all of these things about him. This is my testimony. Thank you.